Welcome to the Calexico City Council Redevelopment Success Agency Calexico Finance Authority Planning Commission regular meeting. It is Wednesday, May the 6th, 2026. The meeting is called to order at 6:45 p.m. Madam Clerk, roll call, please.
Mayor Legaspi.
Present.
Mayor Pro Tem Calderon.
Here.
Councilmember Marquez.
Present.
Councilmember Thalinda.
Here.
Councilmember Noricumbo is absent. We have quorum.
Thank you. Please stand up for the Pledge of Allegiance. Mayor Pro Tem Calderon, would you please lead us?
Ready? Begin.
Please remain standing for our invocation. Pastor Singh.
Thank you, Mary. Let us pray. Padre Celestial, en esta tarde estamos reunidos en este lugar con el anhelo y deseo de poder trabajar juntos para llevar a Calexico a una mejor temporada. Creemos, Señor, que con tu ayuda podemos lograr que nos unamos para el bien de nuestra ciudad, haciendo a un lado las diferencias, trabajando unidos, que las generaciones futuras sean grandemente bendecidas, porque hoy y en estos tiempos se une la comunidad y el liderazgo para hacer de un Calexico una mejor ciudad. Pedimos tu bendición, tu guianza y tu protección en el nombre de Jesús. Amén.
Thank you, Pastor. Moving on to the closed session announcement, City Attorney.
Yes, direction was given to the real estate negotiator on the property listed.
Thank you. Moving on to the approval of the agenda. Call for a motion.
I motion to approve, but I'd like to table agenda item 18.
Okay. And do I have a second?
I second.
Okay. Motion to approve minus 18 to be tabled. Second by Councilmember Marquez. Madam Clerk, roll call.
Mayor Legaspi.
Yes.
Mayor Pro Tem Calderon.
Hold on, what was the motion again?
Motion to approve the agenda, but table 18. Motion was made by Councilmember Thalinda, second by Councilmember Marquez.
I vote no.
Councilmember Marquez.
Yes.
Councilmember Thalinda.
Yes.
Councilmember Noricumbo is absent. Motion passes.
Okay. Moving on to presentation, mayoral recognition to Rocio Vasquez Alvarez, Council Mexico in Calexico. This recognition is regarding the assistance that the Mexican Council and there's two of them. So I'm reading hers and then I'll read yours. For an outstanding job. We had a binational Little League in Mexicali. It was a U.S. versus the Baja. Although the U.S. Little League did win 5-3 or 5-4, but they're both the winners. Both teams are winners. And please, Ms. Rocio. Councilmember Rocio, please stand up and receive your certificate. You know what?
You want to go around?
Did I? Okay.
Here, just stand up.
Well, I do appreciate, thank you very much, all the council members, Mayor Legaspi, and Mayor Pro Tem Calderon, and both councilwomen. Well, this was a very, it was a great initiative that started, I had mentioned, on Go, Deputy Consul Hernandez with one of the chambers, the business chambers in Mexicali. They started to think about promoting, just continue to promote the ties, but through sports. And this came to fruition. It was very successful. There was 8 teams that participated, 4 teams from Calexico, 4 from Mexicali. There were, well, it was actually a 2-week event, and the final was played in the pro team stadium, the Nido de las Águilas, and I think it was a great first tournament. We were talking how everything really worked out perfectly. There was a lot of collaboration, and obviously, we do want to appreciate, I mean, it was mostly because of the work of the leagues, both the league here in Calexico and the league in Mexicali. They stepped up, they got everything going, they got sponsorships, they got the spaces, and so we detonated the initiative, but clearly both communities came together, and that's the whole idea. That's what we do. We try to simply, give the push, give the tie people together, but it was really everyone else in the community that worked. And it's the first of, and also we had mentioned, this is the 20th year of the sisterhood agreement between Mexicali and Calexico, so it was a great way to celebrate those 20 years, which I'm sure will continue to bring many fruits just as this. And so we really want to appreciate you, everyone here in Calexico and the city government that supported this. And we hope next year we'll have another even bigger tournament and include other cities of Imperial Valley, because the whole idea was the whole region, right? So thank you very much.
Also, the second in command of the Consulado, Mr. Ricardo Hernandez, he approached us, reference to this, come on up, this one's yours.
Thank you very much.
Approached us to put this together. And if it wasn't for you approaching us and insisting and working with our little leagues, especially with Mr. Joe Carrillo, who's not here because he's got, there you are. You told me you're not going to show up. Don't get near him. I'm just kidding. Yeah, okay, I'm glad you feel, don't cough. This was our first binational Little League game, and we're going to have more to come. So thank you for making this happen. Here's your certificate. Would you like to say a few words?
Yes. Major Pro Tem, members of the council, thank you very much, and we really appreciate all these recognitions given through the council, the head council, and myself. This could be possible with the participation of all the people involved, and mainly it's because of the interests of both cities, of both countries, of both states. So it's easy to say, but it's very difficult to reach, or very difficult to get until there is very people committed to this. First of all, thank you very much, Mayor, because the participation of the city was outstanding. But this couldn't be possible with participation also for someone that is going to be rewarded today. Joe Carrillo, thank you very much for your impulse. Thank you very much for your hard work. Thank you very much for your commitment and fight. And of course, we don't want to forget the effort being made on the other side of a border from the sister city, which is Mexicali. They work very hardly. So this tournament was played in both countries, in both cities. So it was really binational. And that the idea when I present to Major Gillespie, I said, it's a dream that it's a region where baseball rules over soccer or over football. So why not to make something binational, something that get rooted not just on adults but on children, which are our future. So he said yes. Everybody around says yes, and definitely we want this the first for many more to come. Thank you very, very much, Major. Thank you very, very much, Joe. Thank you for Lions International, which is also someone that have to be recognized, and the participation of the city of Calexico. Thank you very much again.
And last but not least, Mr. Joe Carrillo, come on up. I got to work with Mr. Carrillo this Little League season, and the man is remarkable. He's a man that cares for the youth, for the volunteers, for the city of Calexico. And I thank you. And should I shake your hands? I'm just kidding. You're not gonna make it. Can you talk? All right. All right. All right. We're gonna let him talk. So thank you, Joe, for everything that you've done. And like we said, we're gonna do this every year and make it bigger. Howdy, Joe. See if you.
All right, I want to thank everybody, especially the kids. If it wasn't for the kids, you know what, we would have done nothing. They came with everything when we started playing. You know, both our teams are great teams, but these kids right here, get up, guys. Come over here. Come over here. Come over here. Yeah, if it wasn't for these kids, man, they did 100%, and they went for the win. We won the championship. The other team, they thought they had it, but these kids came down and they did it. They did it, and we're ready for another one next year, and it's going to get better. And also with the help of manager Mateo Sauceda, everything. Let's give him a good round of applause. He did great.
All right, kids, look at the cameras and smile.
Which camera?
Oh, which camera? That's always, pick a camera. Any camera. All right. How about you kids? You guys want to? Who wants to say a few words? The little ones. Who wants to say a few words? Come on, you know you want to. Come on. Come on. Who's Humberto? He's the little one. Here. I'm gonna choose one.
Was it excited to play?
Was it excited? Did you have fun?
Yes, it was very exciting.
Okay. Why was it exciting? Tell the audience.
It was exciting for us because we tried our best and we ended up winning, and we all tried very hard.
Who's the MVP? Where's the MVP?
He's not here.
Oh, okay.
He made the last out.
Well, I feel good to making the last out to win the championship against Mexico. Yeah, we made some friends with some Mexicali.
And I believe that the coaches is going to take you guys out to Chuck E. Cheese this evening, right, Coach? All right. Oops. All right, guys. Thank you for being here. Appreciate it. All right. Good job, guys. Okay. All right, so, You know, you always got to save the best for last, right? The Municipal Clerks Week. It's not that I forgot, but I had the department heads in the front going, "Hey, you missed one." So we're going to go to with our presentations, the Municipal Clerks Week. You guys ready? Whereas the office of the municipal clerk is a time-honored and essential component of local government, and whereas the city clerk of the city of Calexico serves as the official record keeper of the city, as well as the election official supports the city council and ensures compliance with the California Government Code and applicable laws. And
Whereas municipal clerks are dedicated public servants who promote transparency, accountability, and public trust by preserving official records, facilitating civil engagement, and serving as a vital link between the residents of Calexico and their local government. And
whereas municipal clerks perform complex and critical duties requiring integrity, professionalism, accuracy, and impartiality, while providing courteous and responsive service to the public. And
whereas municipal clerks continually seek to enhance their professional knowledge and expertise in order to meet the evolving needs of their communities and uphold the democratic process. Now, therefore, be it proclaimed that the City Council of the City of Calexico, California, does hereby proclaim the first full week of May as Municipal Clerks Week in the City of Calexico, and encourage residents, staff, and elected officials to recognize and appreciate the important contributions of the city clerk and all municipal clerks who serve our community.
in witness thereof, I hereunto affix my signature and the official seal of the city of Calexico on this 6th of May, 2026. Congratulations. And who's going to be the lucky clerk to come up here and not say a few words? Do you want to say a few words? Do you want to say a few words? Ronnie.
I just want to say thank you very much for this, and thank my staff, Ms. Carla Gomez Silva.
Yes, Carla.
And
Come up here, Carla.
And our newest member, Ms. Dolores Pacheco, who couldn't make it today.
Yes.
They are doing an awesome job.
Yes.
Thank you.
You know, my office is inside the clerk's office, and these two young ladies are always, there's always on top of it. You know, they're always like, Mayor, you can't do that. Mayor, you can't do this. And Mayor, why are you doing that? But I mean, and they're always backing up the office, the city government, and I'm very proud. I've known both of them for many years, especially Ronnie. I've known Ronnie for many years since I started. Ooh, that's a long time ago. So she's not only a good employee, but she's a hardworking individual and a very caring person. And I thank you, Ronnie, not only for being an employee for the city of Calexico, but also being my friend. And you too, Carla. Thank you very much. Yeah, they were warning me, don't make me say anything. So, all right. Okay, moving on to public comments.
This is the time for the public to address the city council on any item not appearing on the agenda that is within the subject matter jurisdiction of the city council. Please limit your remarks to 3 minutes. The city clerk will recognize you, and when you come to the microphone, please state your name and a place of residence for the record. While members of the public are encouraged to participate, it is unlawful to disturb or delay the council meeting with personal or slanderous remarks. Group commentators may be requested to limit their group comments to 15 minutes. The City Council is prohibited by state law from taking action or discussing items not included on the printed agenda. If the item you wish to comment on is on the public portion of the agenda, we will take your comments when we get to that item on the agenda. Please direct your questions and comments to the City Council. The Mayor and City Council reserve the right to adjust this time limit based on the number of speakers who wish to address the Mayor and City Council.
The non-agenda items will be limited to a maximum of 30 minutes. If additional time is required for public comments, they will be heard towards the end of the meeting, after discussion of potential action items. Right now, it is 7:06 p.m., and it'll be paused until 7:35 p.m. Madam Clerk, do we have any comments?
Yes, we do. First speaker is Jesus Solano.
Good evening, Mayor, Council, City Manager, and staff. I want to thank the Council. I want to thank administration, especially Mr. Villegas, for the assistance on the preparation of the fields for the binational. Turned out pretty good. I expect the same participation with the playoffs for the games that are coming up. Okay. But however, I have a great concern. I feel that there's either sort of a lack of interest or not a sense of urgency at council and at administration level regarding ARPA. I'm not going to talk about the line items. This is in general, ARPA, regarding Rodriguez Field and nosotros. When this council came aboard, I explained how ARPA was working, should be working, okay? I told you about the sunset. I said it's going to come to the end of the year and we are not going to invest the money in the parks that we're supposed to. My concern is we requested for quite a while. That ARPA funding has been there for almost 3 years. So it's not a lack for funding. We requested funding to resurface the tennis court and the basketball court, okay? No answer up to right now. The other item is pertaining to the fencing of Rodriguez. Nothing, okay? And the other concern is the watering system for the trees that were planted at Rodriguez. Right now, they're okay because Mr. Roldan and myself have been watering them for quite a while. We will continue watering them until the system is installed. The other great concern is pertaining to the west side parking lot at Nosotros Park. That's the only park that had 2 parking lots, east and west. However, some years ago, the west side was closed down because of the bike and walking trail. I understand that. But however, it's only 205 feet from the curb to the existing parking lot. We're not asking for a parking lot. It already exists. We are requesting the interest to that part. Funding is there, okay? Now, when Mr. Daniels was here, Rick Daniels, he said, oh, it's doable, Mr. Solano. All we need is an engineer, okay? Right now, we have full staff right now. I call you guys a dream team right now, okay? So I wonder what is the holdup. What I don't want for this council to either find a loophole or at the end of the year say, well, you know, we're not going to return the money back, but however, we are going to invest that money in somewhere else. That's my great concern, that at the end of the year, ARPA funding is going to be gone, and that west side parking lot is going to still be closed. I had to literally park 8 houses from station number 2. 8 houses. Last time I went to a game.
Thank you. Any other?
Moran.
Buenas noches, Honorable Mayor, council members, staff, and members of the public. Juan Moran from Vega Street. On the last meeting, I spoke about Calexico's arrangement as a general law city, a model where our powers, procedures, and even the way our leadership is elected are defined by the California Government Code. Tonight, I want to continue this informative series by explaining the alternative framework available to cities in our state, the Charter City model. A charter city is a city that operates under a locally written governing document, a charter, rather than relying solely on the statewide template. In simple terms, a charter functions like a local constitution. It allows a community to design certain aspects of its governance to better fit its needs, its challenges, and its long-term goals. More than 120 cities in California have adopted charters, each to a vote of their residents. Some are large, some are small, and each one tailors its framework in ways that make sense for each community. A charter does not give a city unlimited authority. State and federal laws still apply. But within the areas where local control is permitted, a charter city has more flexibility to shape its own path. This is where a guiding principle becomes relevant, understanding which parts of our local governance we have the ability to shape. A general law city accepts the template provided by the state. A charter city has the authority to define aspects of its own institutional and administrative framework. One model is not inherently better than the other. They simply offer different levels of local decision-making. And tonight is not about recommending any change. It is about building a shared understanding of the options available to us. If we residents are going to have meaningful conversations about Calexico's future, we deserve to know what tools exist and which ones we currently use. And as this series continues, we will look at how other cities have used charter authority, what choices they've made, and what lessons might be relevant for us. But for now, awareness is the first step. Understanding the landscape allows a community to think with intention rather than assumption. And as we look at these frameworks, it is worth remembering that cities don't drift into their futures by accident. They arrive there through the choices they make, the discipline they apply, and the systems they build. Understanding our options is not about urgency or pressure. It is about giving ourselves the ability to think deliberately rather than reactively about the path ahead. So tonight, I will close with this thought. Imagine a Calexico where residents help shape the local government to guide our future with intention, transparency, and long-term vision. Thank you.
SEIU.
Good evening. Hi, my name is Luz Navarro. I live at 825 South Orgelin Street here in Calexico. I'm the president of the Water and Wastewater Certified Operators and a proud member of SEIU 221, Local 221. So today we are here because we've been bargaining for almost a year now and getting nowhere in our negotiations. All we're asking for is a fair wages and a cost of living adjustment. The council members and the city manager, they're always telling us that they appreciate the work that we do, and they're always thanking us and telling us they appreciate the work that we do, but they do not show it where it matters most to us, which is in our wages, so we're able to take care of our families. We know the budget is tight, but what we're asking for is first a fair cost of living increase to help us with the rising cost of everyday essentials like gas and groceries. We cannot afford to keep up with these rising costs without a wage increase. Our next bargaining session is on May 21st. We hope the city has a proposal with a cost of living increase in it. And with all due respect to the council, I ask you to please stop insulting us with a 0.5% and a 1% increase one-time payment as a 2-year contract. Thank you.
Eugenio Ramos.
Good afternoon. My name is Eugenio Ramos. I reside at 925 Salvador Green Street.
Mr. Ramos, can you hold on to the exit so we can hear you? Thank you.
I paused it.
Just,
We're good?
yeah.
Again, my name is Eugenio Ramos, 925 Salvador Green Street. I'm here to thank Public Works Department and especially Villegas and Mr. Saldaña. We've been hard at work, myself, Mr. Fonseca, and Mr. Javier Gonzalez. And it's a good feeling that we're trying to give back to our community, and the Department of Public Works is there. I don't want to say working alongside, but working as a team. I want to thank you. I've told you from day one, your presence is noticeable since you started here, and thanks. Also, I'm very proud to say that we're a small group of commissioners, and we're self-funded, and we're here to help. So, like I tell you often, do you have anything we can help in? We're there. Thank you.
Carlos Fonseca.
Council, Chief, Fire Chief, everyone. I just wanted to say thank you. We had a cleanup this last Saturday. Better? Louder. Okay. So I prepared a couple of words. Good evening, everyone. Thank you for being here tonight. This past Saturday, a group of us came together for a community cleanup in Calexico, and what we accomplished was powerful. In just a few hours, volunteers filled bag after bag with trash, cleared illegal dumping sites, and showed what real community pride looks like. I want to thank each and every volunteer who showed up with gloves, shovels, a heart. You made an effort and a visible difference. I especially want to thank the City of Calexico, Mayor Legaspi, thank you very much. Also, Mr. Villegas, thank you. It's noticeable, your help. Thank you so much. From the people that you had cleaning up and watering down the alleys to, I mean, we were working as a team, and it felt great. You know, it really did feel good cleaning it up, painting up the graffiti. Unfortunately, by Monday, it was a mess again. What happened? Well, there's cardboard where we picked up cardboard. There is now refrigerators where we picked up refrigerators. And so just my personal opinion is we really do need trash cans. We need trash cans because there's a carton problem, a cardboard problem in the city of Calexico. The homeless people, they pick it up and they make their encampments with it, and so it's kind of a snowball effect from the open containers to the urination on the ground to the smelling on the on the walls, and it's just a trickle down effect, and I really would like more enforcement on that, and try to bring in some more revenue to the city or the downtown business, because people really don't want to go down there and maybe step in poo or smell the pee or maybe even be robbed or have that mentality, right? So we want to kind of change that whole negative image that downtown has. And honestly, with these cleanups, poco a poquito, I know it's a huge problem. We really can't fix all these problems in one cleanup, but the amount of stuff and just, I think I had 6 trailer loads just of trash, and we went and dumped them back there on 5th Street. So thank you very much. Eugenio Ramos, Javier Gonzalez, Tanya Guerrero, everybody that helped out with the hot dogs, to the people that were, Miss Estrada, everybody that helped out and had some sort of people or a group with them. Thank you so much. We really need to do that, not just in downtown, the whole city of Calexico. It really needs it. Thank you so much.
Maritza Hurtado.
Thank you so much. Good evening. Well, I'm here to make you aware of the extreme abuse and social media attacks from your police commissioner chairman that was just spoken about, who has been continuously posting and sharing that I am mishandling funds for certain and several nonprofits in our community. The commissioner has followed a continuous pattern of these claims towards me with posts calling for my investigation. And I feel intimidation is the intention. I asked the mayor if it was true, and that was under investigation since it was posted on his official page, but the mayor responded that no, I wasn't under investigation. So my question is, why does the police commissioner seem to want to have me arrested? Furthermore, the allegations made by two of our elected officials, unfortunately she stepped out, also do not go unnoticed on Facebook and are being circulated to target several female community members, right? This behavior is intentionally harmful and are illegal behaviors under the Brown Act and the social media policy of the city. The police commissioner has a pattern of posting allegations of misuse of funds to imply financial wrongdoing, fraud, or mismanagement towards community members as if it's his responsibility to stalk us and just to report on what he thinks when he goes on his benders. We are private citizens with rights of privacy and protection from government abuse. These are not casual political criticisms. They are a pattern of attacking women, which started long before his appointment in May of last year. Ms. Thailinda's not here, but the question is, why do you appoint such an individual who was already fired from the city for harassing women? These ladies still work here and must be appalled by your decision to bring them back here to let their wounds resurface. I will remind you that Mr. Gonzalez is an extension of your values, all of you, and what his intentions are while serving this community. The council is responsible for the exposure to liability by commissioners you appoint. You're maintaining a dangerous exposure on this commission, and because of his irresponsible assertions that, if unsubstantiated, may constitute a defamation, and the bullying is your form of intimidation towards women serving the underserved families in our community. To my knowledge, no formal findings, audits, regulatory determinations, or enforcement actions have been issued against me or my fellow female victims of Mr. Gonzalez. If evidence exists of these ridiculous allegations made by Commissioner Gonzalez and Team Calexico, it should be produced immediately and directed to the proper regulatory channels instead of running to social media. If no findings exist, the continued public repetition of these accusations must cease. Unless you do not care that you are potentially exposing the city to liability by ignoring the Brown Act, which applies to you and not myself, if you did not already know that. Accordingly, I formally request an immediate council agenda to discuss the claims of financial fraud made by Team Calexico to give them the opportunity to bring proof. Thank you.
Any further comments?
Tomás Carrillo. We also received a public comment via email. You have all been provided a copy from Mr. JP, and that's
okay. Moving on to the city manager's report.
Thank you, Mayor and City Council. I wanted to go back, if I may, Mr. Mayor, on the approval of the agenda. The council voted to table item number 18. I was just curious, I wanted to see if I can clarify, was that tabled to the next meeting or indefinitely?
Let's make a motion to table it to the next meeting.
motion was made by Councilmember Thailinda, and she did not specify. Yeah.
Can we make the motion?
No.
No? Okay.
The next item, Mr. Mayor, before I get to my actual report, I just wanted to clarify also under the agenda that item number 14, we wish to pull that item, number 14. Okay. Regarding my report, does that require a motion? I wanted to report under the city manager's report that there is an ICTC event this Monday, May 11th at 8 a.m. It's the grand opening of the Intermodal Transportation Center. This has been under construction for quite some time. It's been a multi-year effort. May 11th, Monday at 8 a.m. Of course, this is on 3rd Street between Rockwood and Heffernan Avenues. We're going to be celebrating with our partners at ICTC to open the facility. So this is a great accomplishment, and the city had a big role in it, and I think it's something to definitely celebrate. We'll see everyone there. Thank you.
Okay, go ahead.
So I have a question for the city attorney. Can the item be pulled by the city manager without approval of the city council?
I would put that to a vote.
Okay. All right. Do I have a motion on the table? Yeah,
So this was item 14?
that's correct. Well, we need to clarify if this is going to go through or not, so we'll make a motion to, well, do I have a motion on the table?
Just ask him why he's pulling it.
So why are we pulling this?
In speaking with the chief of police, we wanted to regroup on the effort and come back at a later date. So the idea is just to pull it indefinitely. I wouldn't put it to a date certain. We'll come back when we're ready.
All right, and do I have a motion for approval?
I motion
Do I have a
to pull
second?
it, correct?
Yes. Do I have a second?
Second.
Okay, Madam Clerk, roll call, please.
Mayor Legaspi,
Yes.
Mayor Pro Tem Calderon,
Yes.
Councilmember Marquez.
Yes.
Councilmember Thalinda and Councilmember Noricumbo are absent. Motion passes.
All right, moving on to Commissioner's report. No? No? Commissioners to report? All right. Moving on to City Council comments and reports of meetings attended. Councilmember Adriana Marquez.
Good evening. Since our last meeting, I was able to participate in the ICTC meeting. Also, at the library, they had an Author's Day where the community got together and viewed different books, anywhere from children books to adults, were able to enjoy and they were able to hear the stories behind the motivations of why these authors were writing. Very important to keep our children and adults engaged in reading. I want to thank the employees of the library for putting that together. I was also able to meet with the Calexico Soccer Association and go over the needs that they have for their future games. And there was talk about binational games coming up with Mexicali leagues as well. Mayor Pro Tem Calderon and I were able to meet with community members and Ms. Gerardo in regards to the community center and its needs, and gather our support on how we can move forward to with a lot of the classes and a lot of the needs for our seniors as well. Another great activity put together by the library was Dia de los Niños celebration. We saw a lot of kids and families that went in and did a lot of, not just reading, but they had a lot of projects that they were able to work on. I saw a lot from anywhere from young parents to grandparents taking their children there. So once again, thank you to the staff. And Mayor Legaspi and I were able to attend the 18th Law Enforcement Memorial Ceremony last Friday, where we were able to honor fallen officers from the Valley. And that's all that I have to report. Thank you.
Thank you, Councilmember Marquez. Going to Mayor Pro Tem Calderon.
Thank you, Mayor, and good evening, everyone. Just for the record, Hearthstone, the item was pulled 60 days ago, and it didn't make it to the agenda, so if we can put it on the agenda, probably for May 20th, I would appreciate it. Thank you. April 16th, the mayor and I met with the school district staff regarding the summer school pool program. We talked about the logistics about running the pool and so forth, and we came to an agreement. Actually, next year, the city staff will be taking responsibility entirely for the operation of the pool program. That went really well. April 17th, the mayor and I met with the IID staff regarding issues of park lighting and the water basin, controlling the waters in them. The IID staff will be installing lighting for us and also the valves that we need to control the water in our water basins. April 22nd, I attended the ICTC meeting. ICTC will continue to fund the Calexico on-demand service for all our residents. ICT also awarded the security service for the Calexico Transportation Center to Southwest Security. The Transportation Center will have 13 cameras. This our police department will have also access to these cameras. They'll have lots of lighting, and the security shifts will be 12-hour shifts. So we should be good as far as our security in that new area. And like the mayor, city manager was saying, our grand opening is this November 11th. So May 11th. I'm already back. May 11th at 8 o'clock. So you're all welcome to attend. April 28th, Ms. Marquez and I also, like she said, we met with the seniors from the community center. We discussed several concerns and situations. We continue to have these dialogues with them and hopefully improving the community center services. April 30th, Councilwoman Thailanda and I met with city stakeholders, an ad hoc committee regarding the tax measure that will possibly be going on this November. Just a reminder, July 3rd is the deadline for this measure. And that's all I have, Mayor. Thank you.
Thank you, Mayor Pro Tem Calderon. The meetings that I had attended, it's quite a bit. Mayor Pro Tem Calderon and City Manager and I met with the Superintendent Jimenez on a scheduled meeting, and we went over impact fees. The meeting went well. There's going to be more meetings to come. We also talked about the pool program and the future collaboration with the schools. City Manager Martinez and I met with ID Pacheco and the department heads regarding a 2-on-2 monthly scheduled meeting. It's our third meeting that we had with IED. We talked about some grants that are coming in, the city needs, and the lights that are coming in for our parks. Mayor Pro Tem Calderon and other items that the city needs, as I said previously. Mayor Pro Tem Calderon, Public Works Director Jesus Villegas and I attended the Binational Little League game in Mexicali. We talked about that earlier, so I'm not going to repeat that one, but it was a great game. City Manager and Public Works Director Villegas and I attended the ad hoc committee meetings reference to the community downtown cleanup, which was a success. And I thank the people that had attended the event, who put it together. There was a lot of community outreach that showed up. Even when we were cleaning out there, we had people out there seeing what we were doing and joined, which is great. We also talked about the National Night Out that's coming up in November and other subject matters. City Manager and I met with the Calexico 10 movie theater. We saw the inside. They spoke to us about the reason of the closure. And it's sad that they are leaving us, and hopefully something in the near future comes in, that we're not going to leave it abandoned. City Manager Martinez, Chief Orozco, Public Works Director Mr. Villegas, and I got together in reference to the truck route. That's going to be an ongoing meeting, so we're going to get together with the county to see how we can remedy this. There's some issues with some truck parkings that's happening on the west side of town that we need to address with the county. The Mayor Pro Tem Calderon and I met with the company that's working on our up-and-coming priority session. Councilmember Adriana Marquez and I attended the Imperial County Law Enforcement ceremony. It was heartwarming, especially when Officer Adrian Cordova bell was rang for him, one of our Calexico police officers that passed away in the line of duty in 2007. I worked with him closely, and yeah, a good officer, a man who's, I'm sure he is overseeing up there, taking care of us, taking care of all law enforcement personnel. Council members attended the Dia de los Niños event at the library. There was good job, Lisette, for bringing all these participants. It's the umpteenth year that the library has done, and is going to continue to every year for it to grow. And I believe every year it does grow. With participation, there was games and somebody reading to them. So that's all that I have to report. Thank you. Moving on to the consent agenda. Call for a public comments.
We have none.
Okay. Call for a motion.
I have motion to approve.
Okay, do I have a second?
Second.
All right, motion to approve was made by Vice Mayor Calderon, second by Councilmember Marquez. Madam Clerk, roll call, please.
Mayor Legaspi,
Yes.
Mayor Pro Tem Calderon,
Yes.
Councilmember Marquez.
Yes.
Councilmember Thalinda and Councilmember Noricumbo are absent. Motion passes.
Okay, so moving on to discussion of potential items. We're going to item number 13. The Agency Cordova Memorial Park outer fencing. Do I have a staff report on it?
This item was brought forward by Mayor Pro Tem Calderon. It's self-explanatory, and the council is to vote on whether they would like this at a future agenda. This is a simple item to respond to, so we could have it at the next agenda if that is so directed by the city council.
Okay, moving on to item number 15.
We have to.
No need.
What?
Public
Oh,
comment.
there's no public comments on this. Correct? It's an item that is,
We have to vote if we
okay,
want.
I'm sorry. Motion to approve for this item to appear at our next, or at a council meeting, a future council meeting. Do I have a motion?
I motion.
Do I have a second?
I'll second.
Motion was made by Councilmember Diana Marquez, second by Mayor Pro Tem Calderon. Madam Clerk, roll call, please. This is for this to be brought to a future council meeting within the next 60 days?
No, I mentioned, Mayor, this is a simple item to respond to, so we can have it at the next agenda. If so.
The next agenda, okay. Okay. Moving on to item number 15.
Roll call.
Need to vote.
Roll call.
Okay, Madam Clerk, roll call?
Mayor Legaspi.
Yes.
Mayor Pro Tem Calderon.
Yes.
Councilmember Marquez.
Yes.
Councilmember Thalinda and Noricumbo are absent. Motion passes.
Okay. Item number 15, adopt budget, amend resolutions to relocate funds number 255 American Rescue Plan Act, ARPA, in the amount of $126,354 for request for bid for vegetation removal and weed control at various retention. Call for staff report, please.
Yes, good evening, Mayor and council members. Basically, we are requesting to reallocate this funding from ARPA, which is within our own department, Fulugor department. And what we want is to actually accelerate the process to clean our retention basins. After the storm of last September 18th, we got way more vegetation, which only make a worsened situation because most of our retention basins have not been cleaned properly for several years. So basically, with our own employees, it's not going to be really effective to get this task done. We have been removing several of the weeds, but now we reached the point in which is more cost-effective and faster if we use this money to prepare a bid and hire a contractor with heavy equipment and their own personnel to start removing this unwanted vegetation and trees from our retention basins. One of the problems is that that vegetation and unwanted vegetation is just causing that the water is not flowing out as is what designed the retention basin and creates mosquitoes and other problems. That situation has been causing that the vector program from the county has been contacting us, and we have been working with them really good, but now anticipating more storms this year, which is the Super Nino year, we want to protect the city doing this in advance. And I can answer any question if you have.
Okay. A call for public comments? None? Okay. Call for council discussion. Councilmember Leona Marquez.
So Mr. Villegas, so I understand that this is something that we need to do because if not, we're not going to be getting that help from the county, correct?
Yeah, I mean, yeah, we need an external contractor. We have really limited staff. We have about 4 persons, 2 for streets, 2 for striping, and 4 for parks. So anytime we have been doing this cleaning, we have to remove those employees to this task, which is delaying other needs in the city.
Thank you.
Mayor Pro Tem Calderon.
Yeah, thank you, Mayor. As Mr. Villegas said, we're waiting for El Nino, and Mr. Moran also mentioned that we got Super Nino is coming. So these areas, I mean, there's 9 sites throughout the city of Calexico that really have been neglected through a lot of years. We have trees growing in these areas. So it is well-spent money, and I think we have to get ready for weather that's coming, and hopefully we can get you that funding today. That's all I have.
Thank you. Also, this reminds me of the mosquito infestation that we had some years back if we don't get this clean, right? So, I mean, I consider this as a safety hazard. I mean, we had what was called the West Nile virus. So this is something that is of its importance to make sure that it's cleaned and taken care of. So, okay.
Mayor, I do have a question for Mr. Villegas. I didn't see behind Villa de Oro. Is that included here? I didn't see the name of that area.
Yes, that area is really severely damaged and is practically the site that triggers this project, because we encountered so much trees and vegetation really hard to remove by our staff that we just took the decision to stop right there, look for options, and it's when we realized we can reallocate this money, which is going to expire anyways by the end of the year. So that part, that section is one of the first ones to be cleaned.
And the section I'm talking about is the one right next to the All-American Canal, correct?
Yes.
All right. Okay. That's it. That's all the questions I have.
Okay, so call for a motion?
I motion to approve.
Okay, do I have a second?
Second.
Okay, motion to approve was from Mayor Pro Tem Calderon, second by Councilmember Marquez. Madam Clerk, roll call, please.
Mayor Legaspi.
Yes.
Mayor Pro Tem Calderon.
Yes.
Councilmember Marquez.
Yes.
Councilmember Thalinda and Noricumbo are absent. Motion passes.
Okay. Moving on to item number 16, authorize city manager to sign joint use agreement between the City of Calexico and the Calexico Unified School District of $331.58 for a total of combined estimate cost of $127,225.58 for the use of pool, facilities, and operation of Summer Pool Program 2026. Call for a staff report, please.
Good evening, Mayor and council members and members of the public. The staff report mentions and Mr. Calderon mentioned that we had meetings with the school district, and we have agreed to partner for one summer more to provide the summer pool program for the community. Their estimate for providing the services, so what the school district does, they hire all the staff for the city. They hire all the lifeguards, the water safety instructors, the cashiers, and they pay for the pool technician and the chemicals for the maintenance of the pool. They take over all those items, and then the city reimburses the school district for their expenses. Their estimate comes to $118,000 plus some dollars. The department also ran some of our own expenses, which are the movie nights, family fun Fridays, hiring the water aerobics. I apologize, the water aerobics, for a total combined cost estimate of $127,000 plus some dollars. So the request is for you to approve the joint use agreement. If approved, then it will go to the school board for approval, and then it goes into effect.
Okay. Call for any questions for Norma? No? Call for public comments?
None.
Thank you. Okay. Council discussion?
I just think that this is a very important item because of the fact that during the summer season, we don't have a lot of activities for our youth and for our community. So us backing this item up would really make a difference. I know that there's not a lot to do, and the activities that the community center or the Parks and Recs provides for our citizens are very important. And I thank you, Ms. Gerardo.
Thank you. Thank you.
Mayor Pro Tem Calderon?
Well, Norma, thank you for all the hard work, first of all.
Thank you.
I have to agree with Councilwoman Marquez. This is the only activity that this summer we'll have for our children and community as a whole, and even the seniors have an enjoyment of this service. So again, thank you for all the hard work you put in. That's
I
all
appreciate the comment, thank you. And just to mention, I added some attendance numbers for you to see from last year.
6,075, which is good. Maybe
in
they'll
10
double
weeks.
this time.
A lot of people go.
I do have one question, and maybe when you start the logistics and everything, you have 11 lifeguards, 10 water safety instructors, 2 pool managers. I mean, maybe we want to look at that. I don't think 2 managers.
The reason why is because we have a morning shift and the evening shift, and because of heat strokes and being out in the sun for too long, that's why in terms of liabilities for the school district, they rather have the shift in the morning not be the same than the shift in the evenings, and be exposed to the elements for a long time.
So it's a total of 25 staff, correct?
Correct, not all working at the same moment. Just a pool of staff that they can actually use.
Thank you.
No problem, yes.
Thank you, Mayor Pro Tem. And, as always, Norma, you're always doing a really good job. Just continue doing what you're doing, and I think a lot of people are very happy with your work, so thank you.
Thank you, Mayor.
Thank you. So, call for motion?
Motion to approve.
Okay, do I have a second?
Second.
Okay, motion to approve by Mayor Pro Tem Calderon, second by Councilmember Marquez. Madam Clerk, roll call, please.
Mayor Legaspi.
Yes.
Mayor Pro Tem Calderon.
Yes.
Councilmember Marquez.
Yes.
Councilmember Thalinda and Noricumbo are absent. Motion passes.
Thank you. Moving on to item number 17, adoption of resolution approving a temporary development impact fee waiver and parking requirement reductions for development with the historic core of Calexico effective through June 30, 2029. Call for staff report, please.
Good evening, Honorable Mayor, members of council. I think it's pretty evident if you walk around downtown and the adjoining areas that there's a lot of issues with blight, deteriorated buildings, and abandoned properties. This is really throughout the core of the city, which is basically the area that was developed prior to 1950, which is the area west of the railroad, north of the international border, south of Burt Street or Highway 98, and west of Andrade and east of the railroad. And so this area was mostly developed prior to 1950, as shown in the aerial in your staff report. And most of our abandoned properties are in this area. We have about 52 abandoned properties, and a lot of these are code enforcement cases, which by the most part are located within this area because it is the area with the oldest type of infrastructure, with the oldest buildings, and they're showing signs of aging. And so this issue has been driven by forces that are not necessarily because of that are specific just to our city, but larger market forces, especially e-commerce, where a lot of people have moved away from brick and mortar shopping, downtown shopping, to these sites like Amazon, of course, which had taken a lot of business from these retailers that are downtown. And so it's kind of a vicious cycle because that leads to less traffic downtown. And then a lot of the folks that work in these downtown retail areas also happen to live in nearby neighborhoods, and then they suffer from unemployment, and that leads to more blight. And so I think over the past year in looking at development patterns in this part of town, what I've noticed is that most of the new development is of ADUs. And I've asked, well, why are you building ADUs? And for the most part, it's driven because ADUs do not have to pay a development impact fee. So our development impact fee is about $10,000 per unit. And so that adds to a cost of building within the city significantly. And so a lot of these lots, they require investment. And so a lot of developers rather go elsewhere where it may be easier to develop rather than do this infill development that is typical in the urban core of the city. And so another complaint, another factor that is probably perpetuating the underdevelopment of these sites is the strict parking requirement. And it's very difficult to accommodate the parking on these smaller lots. Most of the lots in this historic core are about 7,000 square feet. And so it is difficult to provide the number of units that are allowed by zoning. So a lot of these sites are zoned for multifamily, yet they can't be developed. You won't see the development of multifamily for the most part because it is very difficult to accommodate the requirement on the lot in addition to the building. And so so in order to address these issues, we would suggest that you adopt a pilot program where we would waive the development impact fee for 3 years and also reduce the parking requirement for that 3-year period. And then we would report to you on an annual basis to see what trends there are. I think that this will have a positive fiscal impact on the city. We haven't received much in terms of impact fees for this area of the city. We've only received about $30,000 in impact fees for the last 2 years. So if we do see investment in the area, you'll probably see higher property taxes, and also you get more residents that would shop and probably visit a lot of these remaining brick and mortar retail outlets that are located downtown and in the immediate area. And so I think that we should try this program, see if this intervention helps out. I think it could have a positive impact, and I would just recommend that the council adopt the resolution. adopting the waiver and the parking reduction for a 3-year period.
Thank you. Do we have any public comments?
No, we don't.
Okay. Council discussion, Councilmember Adriana Marquez.
Just to be clear, so this will only be affecting the historic area of downtown Calexico? Or,
It would be within the perimeter of what I'm calling the historic core, which is basically all the area that was developed before 1950. So that would be all the area east of Andrade, south of Highway 98, west of the railroad track, east of the railroad tracks, west of Andrade, and north of the international border.
and we will be getting updates every year?
We would provide updates every year on the number of new units being built, and the loss in development impact fee revenue from those units.
And
but
as of-
also show what we've been receiving in terms of potential additional property tax from these areas.
And am I correct, as of this past year, it was only 34,000?
For the past 2 years, because most of the development that you see around this area has been of ADUs, and they've been strategic in terms of providing ADUs under 750 square feet so that they don't provide the fee. And so in this case, we would just directly support them by just waiving the fee and having them build what's allowed by the zoning.
Thank you.
Mayor Pro Tem Calderon.
Yes, I do have some questions. Mike, on the 15th, we temporarily reduced permit fee schedules from 50 to 90%. So that was one city loss from revenue. Now you're asking to reduce the impact fees on some of these developments. But my question is, because it does include downtown.
Yes.
And the reason why I'm bringing this up, because your proposal would allow someone to, per se, build the old JCPenney.
Yes, they could readapt the JCPenney.
For residential on
for
top and so
multifamily.
forth. So my question, you're also going to reduce, or not required parking. We just spent some money, a lot of money by the chief for parking meters. And your plan doesn't talk about where we're going to park these cars when these residential housing come up. So that's one. Also, the reduction of parking, we had a lot of problems when we started building ADUs. A lot of our community members were upset that a lot of these ADU residents were taking their parking spaces where they didn't have any parking spaces in front of their homes, and they still don't have it. The other thing that I did not notice is input, not only by the investors, but from those that own homes in these properties, as to what they feel about having an apartment complex with no parking in their neighborhoods. So these are the things that I think that we need to address, and also the sunset for 3 years. I think it's too long. Maybe a year or two, because that would give us an opportunity, because if it doesn't work, we just get rid of it. And right now, I mean, it's zero freeze for Calexico, and I understand, I applaud you for trying to bring our city revenue up, but we also need a more comprehensive plan as what if it fails on us.
Well, you could rescind it at any time if there's
Yes,
a
I
negative.
think waiting a year to know that, hey, we're going, the wrong way, is too long. And maybe 6 months of saying, okay, well, let's give a report at 6 months, then we'll know where we're headed. In other words, I don't want to go into something that the city might later regret that we gave the farm away, And I know El Centro's doing it too, but El Centro also has been modifying their proposal because they learned that there was a lot of interest in having old buildings converted into residentials.
So I actually was the planner that took that probably 15 years ago. So the city of El Centro does not require parking downtown. And this would be a similar measure.
Okay. All right.
To
Well,
try
can
to
you-
incentivize development. We do
So-
have 3 city parking lots,
Mhm.
and we actually have a developer who just purchased the lot on 3rd and Heber
Yes.
over here, who intends to build a parking garage there.
Yes. And I agree with that because our old Bank of America building became one of those buildings, but they have a parking next to it. And they don't affect the chief's revenue because the chief depends on that funding. So that's the only questions I have. And I don't know what plans you have for that.
Yeah, the parking, it's always been an issue with but the fact of the matter is that it is zoned for high-density residential development in a lot of these areas. And unfortunately, our development patterns have been dictated by the parking requirement, and it's basically resulted in underdevelopment of all these, what are already zoned multifamily properties. And so at least maybe we could give it a try, and then parking would be market-driven. So if there is a market, for example, developers themselves will gauge what the need is for their potential tenants. Like they'll provide what they think is most rentable. And so they could say, well, my development is more focused on seniors and student housing, and they don't necessarily have vehicles. And so it would be basically up to the developer to decide, how much parking beyond what our minimum requirement, because we're still requiring parking for every area outside of the downtown commercial or commercial specialty zone. It would just be slightly reduced. So for example, for a 6-unit development that would fit like in an RA residential apartment zone lot, which is about 7,000 square feet, the parking would go down from a parking requirement of, I calculated here, and that's assuming that the development has that 3 2-bedroom units and 3 1-bedroom units. It would go from 8 parking spaces to 5 parking spaces. So it wouldn't be that no parking would be, it'd just be reduced parking with the goal of getting these, especially these vacant lots, to be redeveloped.
Yeah, and we have a lot of abandoned lots here in Calexico. Yes. Okay, that's all I have. That's all I have, Mayor.
Thank you. Councilmember Talenda.
I think this is a great idea. It's something I've been asking for a long time. I think that this is going to incentivize growth. I'm sorry, I didn't catch the staff report portion, but did you add how impact fees work, that they're restricted? Did you discuss that?
No, I didn't.
Could you kind of shed some light on what it is to waiving impact fees and they're restricted, and are we getting a lot right now, because we don't have any growth?
So we've only received about 30, for this part of town, the historic core, we've only received about $34,000 in impact fees. And they are restricted to pay for the infrastructure that's required by new residents. So we can't just use them for anything. And we collect for parks, libraries, police, fire, sewer, and water. And so those fees can only be expended to offset the demand on services by new residents. But the thing with focusing on this urban core area is that it's infill development.
Mm-hmm.
So for by and most part, all the infrastructure is already there. We already have all the parks, schools, city facilities, libraries within close proximity. So that's part of the focus. Like it's a good area to focus on the waiver of these fees because all of these services are already available and it's infill development.
Yeah, and apart from that, can you also add the time frame to utilize these fees? They're also within a time frame to expend them. Can you discuss that?
Yeah, so state law requires us actually to earmark them for expenditure within eight years, I believe.
I think it's 5.
And then we have to provide.
It's 5. I think it's 5.
Is it 5?
It's 5, yeah.
Is it 5? Okay. And then the reporting is every the updating of the impact fee analysis every 8 years.
Yeah, so I completely support this item that you brought before us. I think it's innovative, something that we're going to benefit hopefully a lot from, and hopefully we can advertise it on our social media and get the word out so that we can have some infill development take place. So thanks. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Councilmember Talenda. And, you know, Mike, and one of the things that I've always been harping is these abandoned buildings and abandoned vandalized buildings, vandalized residents. And like you said, hopefully these businesses, people will want to come in and build there with the waiver of the impact fees and so forth. I mean, we got to try. I mean, it's been on for years. It's tiresome when you drive around and you see these abandoned, you know, there's, how many abandoned buildings are there? in
There's
this quadrant?
52,
50.
within this area, there's 52
52.
properties. Yes.
And hopefully within 6 months, or, you know, 6 months to a year, that people will come in and invest and build and not say, gosh, it's too expensive to come to Calexico and build in the downtown and some general areas. So thank you, Michael, for working on this. And do I have a?
Yeah, I have one more thing. And if it does pass, the resolution has April 2026.
Oh, yeah, I noticed that.
That
I
needs to be
provided the correct
changed
version to the city clerk.
May
6th, yes.
All right. And that's all I have.
Okay. Do I have a call for a motion?
I call for a motion to approve as written, but with a 6-month report on how this is taking place.
Okay.
That's my motion.
And do I have a second?
I second.
Okay. Call for a motion was from Mayor Pro Tem Calderon for approval, and second by Councilmember Marquez. Madam Clerk, roll call, please.
Mayor Legaspi.
Yes.
Mayor Pro Tem Calderon.
Yes.
Councilmember Marquez.
Yes.
Councilmember Thalinda.
Yes.
Councilmember Noricumbo is absent. Motion passes.
Thank you. Moving on to item number 19, adopt budget amendment resolutions to relocate Fund number 255, American Rescue Plan, ARPA, in the amount of $250,000 for the purchase of surveillance cameras and accessories for various parks, fields, and retention bases. And do I have a staff report?
Yes, good evening again, Mayor and Council members. We are requesting the reallocation of these ARPA funds that currently are assigned to the Friendship Park. The reason is because this park is currently under a lease agreement with Hensel Phelps. It's in a station area, and it's going to for the construction that is being done at the border crossing. So anyway, the lease is currently for 43 months and potentially 12 additional months. So basically, since these funds will expire this December, they're in risk to not being used. So what we are proposing is to reallocate the money for the installation of surveillance cameras throughout the parks within the city. We have 14 parks that may get the benefit of the surveillance cameras. In attachment 1, you can is illustrating the location of the 14 targeted parks, and in the other pages are showing the tentative layout for the installation of those cameras. With these, we are anticipating to provide obviously more safety areas for our residents, and perhaps keep these, vandalism or tagging out of those places, because many times public works personnel is cleaning the area, repainting, and the very next day this tagging is back. So this system is obviously going to keep our parks safer and cleaner.
Thank you. Call for public comments, please. None? Call for council discussion. Councilmember Talenda?
So you mentioned that possibly all of them will get cameras. So is it decided that they're all going to get cameras, or not all of them are going to get cameras?
No, all 14 parks will have cameras. This report said parks and some retention basins, in just because it's some retention basins are being used as soccer fields or baseball fields, but all 14, as illustrated on an attachment 1, will get surveillance cameras.
Okay, and it doesn't load fast enough here, but on the master plan, and I don't know if there's a sheet for all of them, but the quality of the zoom's not very good. Is the park for the community center here? Because it's hard to tell. There's a park at the community center. They get a lot of vandalism, urination on the walls, on the inner walls there. Is that included here? Because I didn't see it.
It's not, but it's no problem to actually add that one to this report, because since the monies were meant for a park, we focused only on parks.
Yeah, and that
But
one is
we
a
can
full-on
add-
park, and people actually rent it to have parties there, and they urinate on the north side of the wall, so they're always constant, and they graffiti on it. It's like the inner
Yes.
crevice. I don't know if you've been there.
Yeah.
And so it would be beneficial if you guys can please add that, right? Yeah, so.
Yeah, and I don't see any problem to actually add that park or that area into the list.
Yeah, so if we could get that, that's the only comment I have, because I didn't see it on the list, and I remember that one of the staff members brought that to my attention when I was out there visiting. So it'd be good to get it on there. So.
Definitely.
Okay. Councilmember Marquez?
So my question, kind of to piggyback on what Councilmember Thailenda just mentioned, I thought that the community center already had cameras installed.
We do, and what we can do with Mr. Villegas, we can see what areas are already being watched by the cameras that I have, and if there's any blind spots, maybe Mr. Villegas can add that section or those sections with his cameras.
Is the north section being watched?
Part of the north section is being watched.
Yeah, because last time that I went there, I guess they weren't on yet.
Yes.
Yeah, so.
Yes.
Anything else? Mayor?
And my second question was, but I'm not quite sure, I was checking with finance. To my understanding, probably like a year ago, Councilmember Nuricumbo and myself had asked for these funds to be allocated to Rodriguez Park. And I don't know if they ever were. That was just.
This is for French.
Yeah, but it was an agenda item, huh? Yeah, I remember, and we voted on it. You guys brought it on the agenda, and we voted on it, and we approved it. Yeah, I remember.
But that was my only question, whether or not they were allocated already, or reallocated.
It wasn't brought back for discussion. It wasn't official.
That's all.
Okay, moving on to Mayor Pro Tem Calderon.
So this is actually coming from Friendship Park, correct? The funding?
Mm-hmm.
The $250,000?
Yes.
Okay. And we haven't confirmed whether if this was not earmarked for the Rodriguez Park?
No, not right now.
Rodriguez Park has its own funding. There's a lot of park funding. I know Rodriguez is one of them, and so that's a different line item. This was exclusive to the Friendship Park.
It was tied?
And Rodriguez has, I mean, this is more or less, it has $82,798 for the baseball field. That's separate than the 250.
So it's not going to make an impact.
Yeah, yeah, the 250 was just for the Friendship Park.
Okay. But not those funding, it's some other funding. Yeah. We'll put it on the agenda. All right. You know, I have no questions. I mean, other than this will eliminate a lot of the vandalism, graffiti, and everything else that's going on in our parks. And hopefully we can stop that. That's all I have.
Wow. Throws a little wrench into the
So then
table.
we're not going to verify that then for the Rodriguez Park?
So is this going to interfere, because we do need cameras
Yeah, I thought-
at our parks, because we're
I
getting hit
can,
with
I mean,
vandalism.
I can verify, right now I can say that I don't think we brought it back to council officially, but I can go ahead and verify.
Yeah, I don't know. I thought we were going to use that for more improvements at the park, but I don't know. It's up to us.
But
to
if you
figure
approve
it out.
this item tonight,
We
then
won't.
we
Yeah.
won't be able to allocate it to Rodriguez Park anymore.
Oh, no.
You can table it, bring it back.
Okay.
All right.
All right, so, like I said earlier, I mean, we've needed, yes, we do need a lot of assistance on our parks, but we've been getting hit with vandalisms, break-ins close to the general area, and we've been asking for these cameras, surveillance cameras, for such a long time. That's all I have to say on that. So, motion on the table? Do I have a motion?
Well, I motion to approve.
Okay, do I have a second? I'll go ahead and second it. Madam Clerk, roll call, please. Motion for approval was with Mayor Pro Tem Calderon, second by me. Madam Clerk, roll call, please.
Mayor Legaspi,
Yes.
Mayor Pro Tem Calderon,
Yes.
Councilmember Marquez,
Yes.
Councilmember Thalinda,
Yes.
Councilmember Noricumbo is absent, motion passes.
Okay. Moving on to item number 20. FY 2025-2026, street improvement projects on designated streets. Cover staff report, please.
Yes, good evening again. Basically, we are getting back into this report. A few months ago, we discussed the preliminary list of streets that were assigned for design to West and Associates. The cost estimate prepared by the consultant was almost $22 million. Currently, the city may use $8.2 million. So basically what we did in Public Works Department, we revisited the targeted streets, we reduced the scope of work, and we feel confident that the list in page 1 is doable, and we have most of the streets. We are basically just adding the last three, 10, 11, and 12, that are streets that basically are highly priority circulation segments. So we are adding 4th Street between Imperial Avenue and Heber Avenue, Roadwood Avenue between Cole Boulevard and Kennedy Street, and Clock Road between Calexico Street and State Road 86. The improvements will be slightly different as previously proposed by the consultant, and with a preliminary cost estimate, these streets will be improved if the City Council approves today. We may start with Rainbow Park fairly quick, as we have been done those improvement plans.
Okay, thank you. Call for public comments?
None.
All right. Call for council discussion. Councilmember Thalinda?
So I do have a question. The order of the list, 1 through 24, how is that?
Oh,
decided?
yeah,
Doesn't
no,
matter?
it doesn't matter. We just get the streets, and we prepare a table. But it's not that we are going to start. Actually, if approved, we are going to start with the item number 9, which is a Rainbow Park project, just because we work on that one when I did arrive to be public work director. And after that, we are going to get actually current prices. The situation is that we did our calculation based on a previous bid. Unfortunately, prices have been changing dramatically lately. So once we get current prices with this Rainbow Park, we'll be able to actually expedite the rest of the streets.
And how long are you anticipating time-wise for the rest of the streets?
I would say, if approved tonight, we are going to start preparing the other improvement plans, and I would say in 8 weeks, we are going to be working in many other of these targeted streets.
Okay. So I just have some concerns on the timing, but I'll bring those back later if I don't see them moving. Regarding all of these, especially the ones in downtown that are close to the new transit station, because we have a lot of senior citizens there. We have a lot of residents in that area. So that's why I ask about how they're being prioritized. With that said, I also, would like to be aware of the bid process when it's happening, and notify the council when they're out, and share the backup documents, because sometimes we're not notified and then we get questions. And so, if Ben, you can make sure we get that, I'd appreciate it. That's all I have to add. Thank you.
Yeah, and just to clarify a little bit for the area you just mentioned, so basically the reason to not start at that area in downtown is because there is a segment of very, very old water pipeline that needs to be replaced. So basically, we stopped doing that replacement because we were working at the same time with the ICTC Transit Center. So we said, you know what, let's stop for now, let this project be completed, and we are going to start working on the restoration of the segment of the pipe. I would say in about 2 weeks. It's just the grand opening is this Monday. So the next week, you'll see, or the residents will see our water distribution crew replacing the water line that is old, that needs to be replaced before doing the road restoration.
Yeah.
But definitely, right after Rainbow Park, we are concurrently be working on the replacement of the water line, and then we're going to start the restoration of the streets.
Yeah, I do want to add to that, specifically to Ben. I sent you an email, since we're talking about downtown, regarding that David Aguirre shared with me that there was a contractor who was questioning the bid process, and I've sent you an email for almost a month. I'd like that on the record. Can you please respond to that and let me know what contractor was looking into the bid, because that exposes us to risk.
I don't have that information.
Yeah. Well, if you can respond to the email, I'd appreciate it. Thank you.
Okay, so Councilmember Marcus?
So one of the things that was brought to our attention when we first were talking about the streets that were going to be paved was that, correct me if I'm wrong, but I know that I'm not, there's portions of Rainbow Park that are missing. The street is pretty much dirt, correct?
Yes.
And that's our sense of urgency. And that's how we serve our citizens. So I do have confidence in Mr. Villegas that he's working and addressing the needs of our citizens. And it's just a sorry situation that we've let it go this far, and that we don't actually have a street. You would think, oh, vivo en Mexicali, con los baches que hay ahí. I mean, there's dirt, there's pieces of street missing. So that's the reason I understand that it's going to Rainbow Park first, because this shouldn't happen. And thank you, Mr. Villegas, for addressing those concerns. And even though we do understand that the downtown area needs some help. I know that at least they do have a piece of street yet, right now. So thank you for addressing that need. And then my second question is Encinas Avenue.
Say again?
Encinas Avenue. You were...
Yeah, okay. No, eventually. Encinas was not part of this list because that is eligible to get funding from Caltrans. So basically, what we are anticipating is to include that street in the next call for projects that ICTC is doing every 3 years. So right now, probably we are in the second year. Next year, we are going to be working with ICTC in that call for projects, and definitely that is going to be part of our request.
Because it's linked to one of the main corridors?
Yeah, it's part of the CRS maps.
Thank you.
Mayor Pro Tem Calderon?
Yes, Mr. Villegas. When this first was presented to us before you came, there was approximately 40 to 41 streets named. Now there's 12. And this is just the first phase, correct?
Yeah. Once we get the program moving, we are going to actually verify if the prices are the way we want it, not really high. We are going to be adding more streets, which are part of the original list in the attachment 1. So basically, it's not that we are not going to improve the other streets. It's that I feel confident we can do this and eventually keep adding more if we are able to secure good prices. But we are not deleting the previous efforts. And it's part of the report.
And my last question, can you explain to the public why we're not doing Ollie Street?
Well, we're not doing all of them?
No,
Ollie.
Ollie.
I'm sorry, Ollie, I'm sorry. Well, okay, Ollie was a really good candidate. However, the Public Works Department is currently working on the restoration of sewer lift stations 9 and 11, which is a must for the city infrastructure. And the design includes a pipeline that goes along Ollie. So basically, do a restoration now and then get back and start digging along the street is not a really efficient way to use the monies. So basically, once that project, which is really soon, we are going to go out of it. We are just finalizing the plans. Once that one is done, we are going to get back to Ollie. It's in our radar screen, and by then, we'll know if additional monies can be used for that one. Yeah, but that's the only reason Ollie is not part of this list right now.
Thank you.
Thank you. But it will be in the near future. Make a lot of people happy.
Yeah, and it's going to be happier because the infrastructure is going to be brand new.
I think everywhere we go, places that we go as council members, when are you guys going to fix Ollie Avenue? When is that going to be fixed? And
yeah,
it's coming.
Yeah, it's coming, and it's going to be a double price because it's going to have a brand new infrastructure for sanitary sewer collection, which is a really important asset for the city.
Well, you know what? It's evidence out there that you've been doing a great job. The streets out there are being fixed. Some of the streets that have never been fixed is being fixed, like Yorman Road and other fixed in our general area. So thank you, Jesus, for doing a really good job. And
thank you.
And we're very blessed to have you in this team.
Yeah, thank you.
So that's all I have to say. So do I have a motion on the table? Okay, do I have a second? I'll second it. Motion was made by Councilmember Diana Marquez, second by me. Madam Clerk, roll call, please.
Is this the motion to approve?
Oh, yeah, motion to approve.
Thank you. Mayor Legaspi?
Yes.
Mayor Pro Tem Calderon?
I'll be abstaining from this.
Councilmember Marquez?
Yes.
Councilmember Thailenda?
Can we ask why the abstaining? Can we ask why they're-
I'll tell you, I own a house in one of these streets.
Oh, okay, thank you.
I don't have a problem.
I approve, thank you.
Mayor Noricumbo is absent. Motion passes.
Thank you. Moving on to informational items. Number 21, receive and file Library Board of Trustees minutes for regular meeting March 2, 2026. Item was acknowledged and receipt. Informational items number 22. Item number 22, receive and file Community Service Commission minutes for regular meetings March 11, 2026. Information received. This item was acknowledged and receipt. An informational item on Heber Park Expansion Project. This item was acknowledged and received. If there's no other further business, do I have a motion for adjournment?
So moved.
Do I have a second?
I second.
Okay. Motion for adjournment was made by Mayor Pro Tem Calderon, second by Marquez. The meeting is adjourned. Thank you.
Roll call. We need to do roll call.
I'm sorry,
Mr.
motion.
Mr. Mayor.
Madam Clerk, roll call, please. Yes.
Mayor Legaspi?
Mr. Mayor, I'm so sorry, but can I just make one other announcement,
Sure.
please? I'm so sorry.
Sir.
Next Wednesday, we're proposing a special meeting of the city council for our priority session. So we've already sent that out to the on your calendars. This would be at 5 o'clock next Wednesday. So what? Priority session. Yeah, this was previously discussed by the council and directed to bring this for, to conduct a priority session before the budget. So this would be the best date to do it. Because obviously, to do it at a regular council meeting, it does involve some focused time. So we're suggesting next Wednesday at 5 p.m.
And it's going to be where?
Right. We're going to hold it at the library, actually.
Okay.
Thank you.
All right. Madam Clerk, roll call, please.
Mayor Legaspi?
Yes.
Mayor Pro Tem Calderon?
Yes.
Councilmember Marquez?
Yes.
Councilmember Thalinda?
Yes.
Councilmember Gumbo is
Meeting-
absent. Motion passes.
Meeting adjourned, 8:30.